morning team, welcome back to the Black Jersey. It's your boy Max, I'm the channel's host. Thank you for staying patient for my next video. I was away last week for my mother's birthday. A big shout out to my 7 patrons, including my mother as well, before we start this video. Today we're looking through the Six Nations match between Wales and France at the Principality Stadium, and goodness me, it was one of the most boring games of rugby I have ever seen. The set pieces took far too long, there were very low success rates for the set pieces as well, and there were just too many handling errors and missed tackles in my opinion. We're going to go through all the key moments of this game and why I thought it was such a boring game. Overall, I think it was quite good for the improvements of France going forward. They now know they can win ugly. The game kicks off with France. Principality Stadium is looking like an absolute fortress. Wales kicked the ball straight back to France, and France run things in the forward pack. Melvin Jaminet gets the game's first penalty with only like 2 minutes in, so the scoreline's 3-0. Audrey though then obstructs the Welsh chance at catching the ball at the next kickoff, and so Bigger takes the second penalty of the game, so very early on it is 3-3 because of mistakes from both sides. In the 6th minute, Wales choose to slow things down quite a lot in their own half, and immediately changed the tempo after Thomas Williams' first box kick of the game. Wales really played at very varying paces depending on where they were in the field, which I thought was very interesting. They were so slow in their own half, and I think that just frustrated France a lot. 8th minute, Jaminet makes a brilliant line break into the Welsh half, opening the game up for France at last. They're already looking quite frustrated. They run towards the right wing with real tempo, they then wrap back around to the left, which leads to a 2-on-1, and Anthony Jalonche scores the opening try. Jaminet gets the conversion, so the scoreline's already 10-3. I'm thinking that my 18-point prediction for France is coming its way, but nope. Sorry Max, the Welsh had other ideas. 11th minute, Thomas Williams is subbed off for an HIA and doesn't return. 2 minutes later, France have another try-scoring opportunity, and this time it's for Moefana, who I think was very good in the absence of Damien Penaud. He's shut down by the Welsh defence though. His only option is Jaminet, and Jaminet is taken into touch. Kieran Hardy kicks the ball down to the French 22, but they recover the ball and infringe at the breakdown again though. Bigger takes another kick to make the scoreline at 6-10. Wales are within reach throughout the whole game pretty much, but it just doesn't eventuate for them. Wales launch a pretty powerful attack inside the French half after this penalty is kicked. It's just wasted though. Kieran Hardy box kicks the ball inside the opposition half, which is a dumb thing to do. You just don't waste possession like that, especially when there's defenders left, right and centre all over the place and you're so close to the try line. He's only like 30 metres out. France do get dragged past the try line, but they do get a 5-metre scrum, so opportunity's gone. Hardy grubbers the ball through after a scrum 5 minutes later in the 27th minute. The ball does however head to touch 5 metres in front of the French try line, so there is no try scoring opportunities for Alex Cuthbert, who I think performed pretty well on defence, to be honest. 38th minute is just a total case of Wales just battering away at the French, trying to keep possession but missing a lot of tackles, and this is to no avail. They eventually decide to take the 3 when France are penalised at the breakdown. The half-time score is 9-10 thanks to Dan Bigger's penalty goal. Melvin Jaminet does attempt a drop goal from 50 metres before the half ends, and he misses that. The half-time stats I think was quite interesting. Wales missed 11 tackles at this point of the game compared to just 1 by France. And as you can see through what I've got from Ultimate Rugby, the stats were very one-sided to France's favour. Far more defenders beaten, far more carries, and the possession difference wasn't exactly too much, so it was quite odd to me. The second half begins with France kicking straight to touch off the Welsh kickoff. Wales go for a line out and keep possession. Gabon Villiers, who's returned from injury, wins the turn over France inside their own half 3 minutes later, and Entermac takes the kick to touch. In the 46th minute though, it's another opportunity gone yet again. Cameron Woki knocks on after advantage during the line out, Beard's offside, and Jaminet takes the kick at goal, and goodness me, 47 minutes in, this is the final score, 13-9. The rest of the game just goes on and on and on and on, and thank goodness I did not wake up so early for this game. It was just 8 AM for this on a Saturday morning. 49th minute, Wales go for the driving maul 5 metres in front of the French try line, but Elias is held up by the French defence. Intermac rather then knocks on the goal line dropout. Wales take a scrum. 60th minute, just set piece after set piece after set piece resets. And after 3 scrum resets for this particular one, Dan Biggar does make a massive hit on Jonathan Dante, who is a lot bigger than Biggar himself. Pun intended, yes, I know. Yeah, Dante knocks on, Wales take yet another scrum. It's just like, mate, tap it, kick it, play the game. They just don't seem to have the enthusiasm despite having a home crowd, Wales. 63rd minute, Toby Faletau does do some entertaining stuff though. He makes a pretty good line break, collecting a kick by Biggar, but Jonathan Davis knocks on the pass. I've said it so many times. This pass knock-on leads to another wasted opportunity. Dupont kicks this right downfield, but Liam Williams sends the ball back into the French half. He regathers it. Luckily, Gregory Aldred gets France out of jail again with a turnover. 67th minute, Intermac misses a drop goal from 35 metres out in front of the Welsh posts. The kick is hooked to the side on the right hand side a wee bit, so Intermac will be frustrated with not being able to put the scoreline out of reach. Dan Biggar then in the 74th minute is 10 metres in front of the French try line. He gives possession away by passing the ball to Intermac, who was right next to him. France win the turnover 3 minutes later in the 77th minute after Wales failed to release at the breakdown, but Jaminet misses a 50-metre penalty. Jaminet's smart to take all the time in the world attempting this penalty, but it's to no avail, and after he attempts this penalty, there's no further scoring in the match. Like I said, there's just too many missed tackles. There's too many defenders beaten just for France. Goodness me, I was having such a hard time watching this game. It was stop, start, almost like an NFL game. And Wales will be very angry with themselves because they were well within the reach of France the whole time, but just didn't have the mental toughness to get over the scoreline enough to get the win. It was only a 4-point winning margin in the end, as you can see. Wales will be very disappointed with themselves, and so will France. Fabien Galtier, their head coach, did not look very impressed at all. Neither did the captain Antoine Dupont when he was subbed off. France, though, they can take away the fact that they can win ugly, which is very good for them. It'll come in very useful in the more exciting games at the World Cup. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Just remember to visit the Black Jerseys official website where I'm writing journalism and stuff. We're on Instagram as well. And if you're ever keen to support me in paying my uni fees, I do have a tip jar for PayPal, or you can sign up to the Patreon or Subscribestar. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Tomorrow morning, I'm reviewing the England-Ireland game. That is gonna be an absolute cracker. Awesome, guys. Thank you for watching.